Hello everybody, it is Darkslayer from DarkslayerTV bringing you some more StarCraft 2 action. And today, we're going to be watching none other than WhiteRa. Definitely not the best Protoss I know, but by far one of my favorite. Super entertaining, and who can ever forget WhiteRa's special tactics. That's right, that usually means carriers are on the field, shit's going crazy, usually versus Zerg. There's not too many special tactics in PvP. I do believe he is the one that started the Colossus drop, and I do believe my music is off. Now it is not. Much better. But anyways, as I was saying, spawning up here at the top right of Antiga Shipyard, we have WhiteRa. And spawning down here at the bottom right of Antiga Shipyard, we have FXOBabyKnight. Baby Knight, also a very, very well-known Protoss. Definitely one of the better players that I do know about. And I do believe is a foreigner. I do not believe Baby Knight is Korean. So this should be an interesting matchup coming in here on Antiga Shipyard between WhiteRa and Baby Knight. And something I'm going to start working on, as you guys do know, these are practice casts, as I am new to this, is focusing a little bit more on the strategy of what's going on instead of just focusing on the fact that of what I'm seeing. Like, I'm not going to be like, and WhiteRa throws down as a simulator unless it's of importance to the build, which of course we both know this is very standard opening from both players. If you look in the production tab, it is literally mirrored, as that is the only Protoss opening in a PvP or PvT, I believe, as well. I mean, these first few minutes are pretty much set in stone for Protoss, of course, unless you are going to cannon rush. FXOBabyKnight actually going to get in there and start trying to mine WhiteRa's minerals. However, he does decide to get out of there before a surround comes in from WhiteRa and gets that probe killed, for he does want the scouting information. And still, we do see the identical builds from both players, except WhiteRa's Cybercore did get down a little bit faster, so the supply difference is actually just a little bit in Baby Knight's favor, as I do believe he made one more probe a little bit faster than WhiteRa did, or not faster, but he made one more before setting the cybernetics core down. And we see that WhiteRa is actually going to go ahead and skip that initial zealot and wait for the cybernetics core to finish to go into that stalker. So what we're going to be seeing from WhiteRa, as he does have 2 gates down before that second gas, is we are going to be seeing the 3 stalker opening here for WhiteRa. As soon as the stalker finishes, he'll go ahead and produce another one. This gate will finish up right about the same time, and he'll get a 3rd stalker out. Whenever you do that, basically what you're preventing is any of that really early game aggression that Baby Knight could really put onto WhiteRa, such as a 4-gate or, you know, a 2-gate proxy. Of course, I guess a 2-gate proxy would have already shown up, but you get what I'm saying. Early game pressure is denied because it's really easy to pick off that first probe. And there you go. The 2 more stalkers are on the way. And it even gives you map control. And something a lot of players do whenever they get this many stalkers out is they'll go right into blink after they get these first few stalkers, because they have so many on the field. It's just a good tech choice. And what do we have coming down here from FXOBabyKnight? We do see that he did drop a Twilight Council down awful early, and we have double pumping gas. I'm almost curious to see if we're going to be seeing some kind of DT play coming in here from Baby Knight. But WhiteRa with 3 stalker opening is going to be able to deny this engagement here. That's Zealot getting in, taking too many hits on that stalker, and my mouse is way up there. And as you can see, WhiteRa is going to be able to shut down this pretty easily with the extra stalkers on the field. That Zealot actually now a free sacrifice to the stalkers. He could run it away, but the stalkers are faster, so the best choice is to just go ahead and run it towards the stalkers and hope that there is a little bit of a mishap. And now if we look at the supply, it is moved over to WhiteRa's favor, and the 4 stalkers are making their way across the map right now. FXOBabyKnight is going to go ahead and start chrono boosting out that blink. And like I said, with that 3-gate opening, we do have the Twilight Council down for WhiteRa right now, as he is going to go for that blink. And WhiteRa now going to try to make his way up that ramp, but does decide to back off as a lot of the stalkers are injured. And he's going to take quite a few hits if he tries to go up that. The full health stalker did move out to get a little bit of scouting information. And that is a lot of stalkers there for WhiteRa. As you can see, FXOBabyKnight is going to bank off that blink, but I don't think it's going to finish in time, as the engagement is now, as the probe for WhiteRa is here, and WhiteRa, the probe does get in, but it's not laying down a pylon. So all the probes are going to get pulled here for FXOBabyKnight. BabyKnight not in a great position. The stalkers are going to be microed as best as they can, trying to focus down all the stalkers and try to keep the probes from getting a surround. However, a few probes do surround a couple of the stalkers, and 3 do go down, and the stalker count is heavily in BabyKnight's favor now. So WhiteRa actually with a little bit of a micro mishap, and look at that like awesomely placed pylon right there. FXOBabyKnight kept that stalker from escaping just by that pylon. I don't know if that was intentional, but if it was, props to you, FXOBabyKnight. We do have the observer and blink done here for BabyKnight, so we could see a blink into the main base of WhiteRa. WhiteRa's blink is just about to finish up, and if we look at the units tab here for WhiteRa, he only has 5 stalkers that don't have blink, compared to 6 stalkers that do. So WhiteRa is in a little bit of a situation right here. That stalker did try to get away, but as I said, they do have blink, and they are going to blink into the main base as we speak. The stalker count is heavily in BabyKnight's favor. WhiteRa is in one hell of a situation right now. His blink has finished. However, if he does kill off this pylon, it will supply block WhiteRa, and now it's even more in FXOBabyKnight's favor. WhiteRa in one hell of a position. I don't know if he's actually going to have an answer for this. He does blink down to try to engage these stalkers, so now it's going to come down to pure micro. However, WhiteRa's blink is on cooldown. FXOBabyKnight is not, and a few stalkers do go down. The stalker count is heavily in BabyKnight's favor, in an offensive blink there from BabyKnight. Going to blink towards WhiteRa. WhiteRa trying to hide in the corner back here. He does blink up towards the mineral line, but I don't think it matters. Here comes FXOBabyKnight. Going to go ahead and push in here. The probes are being pulled for WhiteRa as reinforcing stalkers are warping into the base right now for BabyKnight. WhiteRa, I just don't think he has an answer for this. I think these stalkers are going to clean house. WhiteRa, what are you doing? Oh no. It does look like this is going to be GG as even more stalkers blinked into the base there, and there is the GG. So, bit of a blink stalker battle there. I do believe, if I had to give my personal opinion, that WhiteRa did overcommit here down here at BabyKnight's base. When those probes were pulled, they kind of overpowered WhiteRa's stalkers. He did lose a few too many, but what can you do? FXOBabyKnight played that perfectly. You can't say that he didn't do good as well. It was a good defend. And this has been game number 1 between FXOBabyKnight and WhiteRa. This isn't a best of 3, but I did find 2 games in this replay pack, which I got from WhiteRa.com, I do believe is what it is. But if it's not, go to Google and type in WhiteRa. You'll find it. This has been Darkslayer, signing out.